Okay, most chess.com games played 80. Wait a second. Sorry, that's wait, I've got to do the math on that. It's 84,238 divided by 365. Okay, here we go. The best of Title Tuesday in 2024. Credit for this article goes to Torsten Blass, a professional data analyst who runs the Data Digest, a YouTube channel. You can visit his channel here. Okay, Title Tuesday is always a popular event, and this was no different in 2024. There were 106 tournaments, 2024 being a rare year with 53 Tuesdays, with a total of 5,018 players participating. On average, each player appeared in 13.1 tournaments throughout the year. Now, the question is, who were the best players throughout the year? These are the numbers of interesting ways in which the information can be broken down, presenting the 2024 Title Tuesday Awards. Now, I have to be number one on this for multiple ones. Title Tuesday Player of the Year must be me. Highest average score also is me because I won Titled Cup. Top percentage performer, we already saw this on the other one, so it's probably Magnus or Ali Reza. I don't know about these ones, but let's see. Let's go through them. There are all these different ones. Title Tuesday Player of the Year, Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura. GMHikaru Nakamura is the clear winner for overall performance in Title Tuesday in 2024. He led all players in tournament victories, 22, prize money winnings, 34,350, which is kind of decent. I mean, I made just as much on Netflix this week, but hey, who's counting? And also percent of tournaments won, 22 out of 93 tournaments played, or 23.7%. GM Magnus Carlsen is second with 13 tournament victories, 22,100 prize money, and winning 22.8% of events entered, 13 out of 57. GM Ali Reza Firouzja takes third with a 10% win rate, and third most wins with 6, and fourth in prize money at 11,500. Only slightly behind GM Alexei Serrano's 11,750. There were 6 other players that won the tournament 4 or more times, and all of them made it into the top 10 of the highest prize money. Note, the prize money figures in this section do not count Title Cup bonuses. Okay, here we go. Name, Hikaru Nakamura, 22 wins, 23.7. Whoa, Magnus right behind me. Wow. Magnus with a 22.8%. That is not bad. 22.8 win percentage rate. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Ali Reza, 10%, and then it's just quite a few people. Okay, of course I played 93. I played 90. Wait, on the other one it said I played 91. This one says I played 93. The other one said I played 91. Huh. I don't know if the other article might have gotten it wrong because it said 91, whereas this one says I played 93. Who knows? Whatever. I played a lot. Let's leave it at that. Bordick played even more than me. Bordick played 96 events. That's insane. Okay, most prize money won. Is the Netflix thing a joke? It's not a joke. I hit it big on earnings. Most prize money won. Hikaru Nakamura, GM 34,350 from 93 events. Magnus Carlsen with 22K. Serrano with 11,750. Firouzja 11.5. Zhang 11.3. Jose Martinez 99. Andreikin and so forth. Still something decent. Okay, highest average score. Yes, because since I won Title Cup, I had the highest average score. Which player has the highest average score among those who played at least 5 turns? Nakamura wins again with an impressive 8.88 average, ahead of Magnus Carlsen's 8.65. Part of this is explained by playing on average a bit more games than Magnus, 10.75 versus 10.35. The difference, in fact, gives Carlsen a slightly higher average percentage, 83.2 to 82.6, 83.6 to 82.6. GM Anish Giri, who played every game of the 22 tournaments he joined, comes in third place with a score of 8.45. Wow, Anish came third. Anish needs to stream more and play Title Tuesday and just give up this thing called professional chess. Anish needs to pick what he wants to do, and I think Anish should stream more. If he's scoring this well, he needs to create more content and stop wasting his time playing professional chess. What do we have? Top percentage performers. Because the following awards are based on percentages, there was a minimum of 50 games with each color to qualify. Also excluded were players who regularly skipped the early parts of the tournament and thus enjoyed a significantly higher rating than their opponent for easier victories. Highest winning percentage with white, GM Magnus Carlsen. In the end, Carlsen gets this award by winning 82.5% of his games, with white beating out GM Sam Sevian's 82.2%, which was achieved in only 1/4 of the number of games. So basically, Magnus's win percentage is just absurd. 82.47, just nuts. I'm third at 80.48, but Sevian number 2, nice. Highest winning percentage with black, GM Magnus Carlsen. Of course, Carlsen's going to have a higher accuracy or winning percentage. Carlsen comes out ahead of everyone here as well, and by an even wider margin. Second place GM Jan-Krzysztof Duda actually has played more games with black than Carlsen, so arguably comes off better in the comparison than Sevian. So it has Magnus 73.24, Duda 72.44. So Magnus still number one. Okay. Lowest losing percentage with white. GM Hikaru Nakamura has the lowest losing percentage with white. Really? The other giant Title Tuesday, Nakamura finishes ahead of Carlsen in being the toughest player to beat in a game. However, neither player lost close to even 1 in 10 games with white in which they had, or lost close to even 1 in 10 in which they had white. Okay, so I lost 6% of my 6.57%. Not bad. That's pretty beastly. 6.57 for 502 games with white. Magnus is 7.9 for 291. That's just nuts. That's insane, actually. Lowest losing percentage with black was GM Maxime Vachier-Lagrave. That's shocking too. GM Maxime Vachier-Lagrave is a surprise leader in terms of losing the fewest games with black, but the usual suspects are right behind him. Maxime's loss percentage was 11.11111111%. Magnus was 13.38, and Hikaru was 13.65. So not too shocking. Okay. Most games won, lost, and drawn. Tournament performances are built game by game, win, lose, or draw. Every matchup counts. Who had the most of each in Title Tuesday this year? Nakamura managed to get 17 more wins than GM Bortnick in 32 fewer games and was 75.3% winning percentage. He was ahead of Bortnick 71.5%. Carlsen played few enough events that he misses the top 10 entirely. Okay, so I won 753 games. Bortnick won 738, and my win percentage was 75.3. Okay. Or stat padding, exactly. Most games lost. Title Tuesday is an incredibly strong term. There's no doubt about that, and there's no shame in being on the list. Only dedicated players who love the game of chess so much that they will keep playing against such a strong field no matter the results will qualify. Marcel Winkels, a Dutch candidate master, participated in 94 tournaments, played 960 games, and lost 723 of them, or 75.8%. That said, he did not have the highest loss percentage, which belonged to Colombian FM Mauro Vargas. Okay. Mauro Vargas played 94 events and lost 75.8. Wait a second. What is this? What is this? Did Golubev play every tournament? I just saw this 106. Did this guy literally play every Title Tuesday? That's impressive. That's actually impressive. He did. Well, I mean, what's he going to do? He's probably stuck in his house every day hoping that, a certain criminal in a certain country isn't dropping bombs on him. So what is he going to do other than play chess? Yeah, that's impressive though. 106 events. Yeah, that's amazing. Wow. Okay. Most games drawn. GM David Pravian. GM David Pravian not only got the most draws, but also has a significantly higher drawing percentage than the other players at 26%. Pravian, number one, drew 26%. Second, with 20.8%, is the famous freaking legend Gata Kamsky, who, by the way, played 102 events. Gata played 102, Rustamov played 103, and Golubev played 106. Those guys are insane. I'm going to tell you guys, that's why it comes back to something I said before about chess. The famous philosopher Andrew Tate said chess pays zero. These guys are all 50 years old, and they're playing every single Title Tuesday. Every single Title Tuesday. Gata missed 4, Rustamov misses 3, Golubev missed 0. It's just insane. Perfect score awards, GM Magnus Carlsen and Jose Martinez. The only players that accomplished a perfect score in 2024 were Carlsen and GM Jose Martinez, both doing so in August. Okay, Magnus did it on August 6th, and Martinez did it August 27th. Okay, longest winning streak, GM Magnus Carlsen. This is a very interesting stat, right? This is a stat that started it all. First, let's establish just how difficult it is to produce any kind of winning streak in a Title Tuesday tournament. The average maximum winning streak just for Grand Masters was 5 games. Naturally, it's even more difficult for lower ranking titles. International Masters peaked at 3.6 games on average, and the longest winning streak of FIDE Masters was only 3.2. Candidate Masters 2.87, National Masters 2.63 were below 3. Okay, GM average streak was 5, max streak 18. Okay, Magnus's perfect tournament helped him get to an 18-game win streak after he started after he then started 7 for 7 early on August 13th. He also won the first 2 games on August 6th, but then missed the next 9 games, which here count as breaking the streak. Okay, so Magnus was a very interesting streak. He won 18 games in a row in Title Tuesday. I didn't even come close to that. My best was 14 games. Very interesting, right? Very interesting 18 game streak. I wonder what the probabilities are of that. I really do wonder. Okay. Hikaru got his 14-game win streak on January 30th, winning the last 6 games of the early tournament and the first 8 games of the late tournament. Surprisingly, Martinez did not get his 12-game streak around the perfect day. Instead, he lost the last game of the tournament before and the first game of the next tournament. On September 17th, however, he won the last 9 games of the tournament and the first 3 of the late tournament. Sweeping the Day Award, GMHikaru Nakamura. Here we go. Sweeping the day. In 2023, 6 players accomplished the feat of winning both the early and the late event on the same day. Nakamura, Vashi Lagrave, Magnus Carlsen, and GM Wesley So. But in 2024, only Nakamura accomplished the feat, and he did so 3 times. This out of the 42 Tuesdays on which he played both events. The chart below also includes the score of the second place finisher, as it demonstrates just how precarious those sweeps were. All 3 times he needed tie breaks to win at least one of the tournaments. Okay, so I won the early and late on April 23rd. I won the early and late on May 14th, and I won it on November 12th as well. That's crazy. November 12th, May 14th, and April 23rd. Just nuts. Hikaru and 5 other players managed to come in second place or better in both tournaments of a day. June 11th, Nakamura placed second, losing tiebreaks to Serrana in the early tournament, but won the late event. July 2nd, Arjun placed second in both the early and late TT, despite tying leader GM Dimitri Andreykin and then Nakamura both times. August 13th, Carlsen placed second in the early and late event that day. August 20th, Zhang placed second in the early and late as well. 29th, Ferrugia, same thing. November 19th, Nakamura won the early tournament and placed second in the late event. December 24th, Carlsen won the early event and placed second in the late tournament. Okay, here we go. Best competition defeated Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru Nakamura. And who has the strongest opposition based on average rating of the players defeated? This prize is split into games with white and games with black, while only looking at players who won at least 30 games with their given color. Highest average rating in wins with white, and here are the results for the white pieces. The rating of Carlsen's opponent that he was able to beat with the white pieces was 2864 on average, with a median over 2900. Hikaru was second at 2847 with a median of 2892. So Magnus 2864, 2847, pretty close. Ollie Resin, not bad either at 2820. Wesley 2822, so good stuff. Okay, so all right. Highest average rating in white in wins with black. With black, it is now Hikaru Nakamura ahead on average and median, with Carlsen actually falling to 3rd place. Average opposition rating 2853, Ferrugia 2826, and Magnus 3rd at 2817. Okay, all right. Most active player, GMHikaru Golubev. Among the thousands of players who joined Title Tuesday in 2024, only one, there can be only one, Grandmaster Mikhail Golubev from Ukraine participated in all 106 out of 106 terms. He also played he never dropped out. He played every game too. He played all 11 games every single time. That's nuts as well. That's actually wild. It's amazing. That's insane. 106 turns is insane to begin with. But the fact that he never dropped out with 4 points out of 8 or something is insane. He played every single one of the possible 1166 games. That's just insane. That's ridiculous. That's just actually ridiculous by Golubev. Rustamov played 103. Actually, I should do the math on this. Let me put my water down. Let me do the math. Did Rustamov play every game he could? 11. Wait, there were 103. So 11 times 103 is what? 1133. No, Rustamov is a quitter. Rustamov is a quitter. Rustamov played 103 events. The max number, if he played all 11 games, is 1133, and he played 1106. So Rustamov, unlike Golubev, was a quitter. He was a quitter. He's not a winner. He's a quitter. He skipped 27 games. He raged out at 27 games, even though he played nearly every event. That's not good. That's not good. And what about Gada Kamsky? Gada played 102, which is, I could actually do the math easily. 1122. Gada also missed 23 games. Gada missed 23 games here. So Golubev, basically, he is a winner. He's a complete winner. He played every tournament. He played every single game. No rage quits, nothing. Just super steady. That's amazing, actually. That's amazing. When you compare Golubev to Rustamov or Kamsky, it's pretty nuts that he played every game of those two guys, missed 20 plus. Okay. Naturally, Golubev also has the longest tournament participation streak, given that he played every tournament. Now, I wonder, has Golubev played every Title Tuesday this year too? Probably he has. Someone can check that. That's nuts. Okay. Biggest upset tournament winner, GM Casper Pirun. The table below shows the 10 lowest rated players that won the Title Tuesday tournament. All of them are Grandmasters, and GM Casper Pirun takes the award by winning on February 6th, despite a rating of only 2844. Okay. Best results for a non-GM, FM Reza Mahdavi. Reza Mahdavi, a 16-year-old FIDE master from Iran, accomplished something that no non-GM did in 2023. He won a Title Tuesday tournament. Note that despite his title, he had a higher rating at the time than any of the Grandmasters on the previous list. It happened during the late event on Christmas Eve, which denied Magnus Carlsen the chance to sweep a day in 2024. 5 other FMIM players managed to place second in these highly competitive events. Okay. Mahdavi, Rudik Mkhitaryan, Joseph Gurel, Yeletsky, Luke Harm Velati, and Renato Terry. Okay, most common matchup. 2 matchups happened 16 times, each with one player was part of both of them, who you might not guess on first glance. Martinez, who faced Nakamura and Carlsen 16 times each. In his games against Nakamura, Martinez managed to play as white 13 times. He lost all 3 games with black, but went +3 = 3 -7 with white. Meanwhile, Martinez scored +5 = 1 -4 in 10 games with white against Carlsen, and +1 -5. So basically, Jose scored better against Magnus than he did against me. Best by category awards. Title Tuesday was also divided into 5 different sections in 2024 overall: women, juniors, seniors, and girls. So far, we have looked at the best overall results. What about everyone? Women, GM Alexandra Kosniuk. It's not easy to rate which women performed best in 2024, although there are 2 clear favorites: GM Alexandra Goryachkina and IM Alexandra Kosteniuk. Goryachkina won the most women's prizes, but Kosteniuk played only 37 Title Tuesdays compared to Goryachkina's 66. Kosteniuk thus held the advantage in prize money, per tournament, average score, and difficulty of opponent. Third place is a close call between 4 contestants: I am Mary Arabidze, Karina Ambut-Sarmova, WGM Alexandra Maltsevskaya, and I am Polina Shuvalova. Okay. The juniors, Grandmaster Denis Lazovic wins Best Junior ahead of GM Christopher Yu. Lazovic only trailed Yu in regards to his longest winning streak, 8 versus 10, and with a slightly lower winning percentage with white, 74.4% versus 74.6%, but otherwise had the better year. He won more prize money with a better average score against a better average opponent. Seniors, Grandmaster, the famous friggin' legend Gadakamsky, is the only senior player who managed a top 5 finish this year, coming 4th early on April 2nd. He also had the highest average score, 7.7 in the top 10 seniors, and the best rating, as well as the highest rated opponents that he defeated. Kamsky was quite clearly deserving of this award. Okay. Last one, girls. WIM Anna Shukman. WIM Anna Shukman only played 19 Title Tuesdays in 2024, but made them count and deserves the final award of this article. On the top 10 from the leaderboard below, Shukman had the best finish, the best average score, and was the only player whose average player defeated rated higher than 2,500. He also has the highest report rate, LOL. Probably. Conclusion. And those are our Title Tuesday awards for 2024. We went through a lot of data, and I hope you enjoyed reading as much as I did compiling the stats. Okay. That's a good article. Okay, so let's move on. This article is 2024 Year in Review by Tarjay Svensson. Okay, so this was published on December 30th. Okay. Which players stood out in 2024? Who delivered the best performances, played the most games, or gained the most rating points? Which events captured chess fans worldwide? And what moments dominated the headlines and on social media? It's time to reflect on the numbers with our year in review. This year was a chess year to remember, packed with incredible performances and record-breaking moments, culminating with a historic new world champion crowned in Singapore. Chess.com brought fans closer to the action, broadcasting unforgettable events and capturing the key moments by creating content celebrating the beauty of chess. Okay. In this article, we delve into the statistics that made 2024 a year to remember, and here we go. Okay. Let's take a look. We have best overall classical performance. Now, I know that I was in the running for this because of my performance in 2024, but my guess is that the best I assume it's Gukesh performance-wise. I don't know what it's based on because I know I have like a 28-12 or 28-13 performance. I'm guessing because of the World Championship, it's probably Gukesh. It could be Fabiano theoretically, but I suspect it's Gukesh. Okay. Or actually, you know what? I can see the top of the picture. No, it's not Gukesh. This is Arjun's head, right? If we're looking at this image, this is Arjun, I think. But anyway, whatever. Let's keep going. That looks like Arjun. The top of the head looks like Arjun, but we'll find out in a second. Best tournament performance, biggest rating game, most classical games, most tournament games, longest games, most chess.com games played, most chess.com puzzle solved, most Title Tuesday wins. By the way, this must be me. Surely this is me. Most popular events, most read articles, most popular posts, Instagram posts, real YouTube videos, and most popular Facebook posts. Let's go. Oh, look, I'm right. Best overall classical performance. Oh, no. I was actually, no, wait, what? Why do they have a picture of Arjun? Wait, what? Why is there a picture of Arjun? Magnus was the best performer. No? Wait, Magnus is number 1. And I'm number 2, and Arjun's number 2. Why? Wait, why is there a picture of Arjun, not a picture of Magnus? That's a little bit weird. But anyway, let's keep going. GM Magnus Carlsen tops the list of the highest overall classical performance of 2831, but with a big asterisk to his name. The world number 1 openly said he is cutting down on classical chess and played a record low of only 18 games with the longer time control. His only appearances were in Norway Chess and the 45th FIDE Chess Olympiad. He is unlikely to have many more in 2025. The player who stands out on this list is Grandmaster Arjun Erigaisi, who played at the 28-27 level. The Indian number 1 had an exceptional year that saw him climb from 17th to 4th on the world rankings. He also reached a milestone when he became the 15th player to break 2800. Erigaisi is tied for second with Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura, who also is mostly stepping down from non-speed chess events. GM Fabiano Caruana is 4th on the list after having a great 2024, keeping the number 2 spot on the world rankings and winning the FIDE circuit. Grandmaster Norbek Abdusatorov also makes the list in the year where he breached the top 10 for the first time, taking it one step further by joining a select few in chess history to make it to the top 5 before their 20th birthday. That came as a result of scoring 2 of the best performances of the year. Okay, top tournament performances, it's got to be Gukesh from the Olympiad, 9 out of 10, it is. GM Gukesh Domoraju not only became the youngest ever undisputed world champion, but also scored one of the best tournament performances in chess history. 113 games is a lot more than 18, I agree. Gukesh scored an incredible 9 out of 10 and a 3,056 performance for India in the Chess Olympiad, which saw him gain 30 rating points and win an individual gold medal. Second on the list is Erigaisi, who along with Gukesh was a key reason India won team gold in Budapest with his 10 out of 11 score and a 29.68 performance. Both of those guys dominated. When we look at the Olympiad, those two guys just crushed it. Gukesh and Arjun were unstoppable. I know there were some at the time, Wesley was a little bit emotional. He made the comment that I played for the US, we would have won the gold. I don't think we would have won the gold. There's no stopping a team where you have 2 players who are literally winning every single game and they're basically starting with 2-0 lead in every match. It's just not happening. So they were just on fire, just incredible performances. And hey, I'll also say this, I don't blame them for being motivated. Those guys went home to India as national heroes. They got hundreds of thousands of dollars for winning the gold medal. And meanwhile, in other countries like the United States of America, if I had gone and helped Team America get a silver medal or maybe even a gold, I said we wouldn't, but let's just live in some fantasy land. If I had gone and played the Olympiad and we got the gold medal, we got our nice little $4,000 bonus, we come home and life continues as though nothing has changed. So I don't blame the Indians for the great performance. I think the motivation from the local governments, effectively the federal government as well, huge motivation, great stuff going on in India, and it's fantastic to see. So yes. Yeah, and it's like I told you guys, we won the gold medal in 2016. You get your couple $1,000 bonus for winning like literally the most important team tournament in the world. You come home, nobody cares, nobody cares whatsoever, and life goes on. Same for Western Europe, by the way, too. Donald Trump supports chess. No, I mean Trump made a comment that the U.S. has no chess grandmasters when he was running for president in 2015. So yeah. Not even my wife. What do you mean? Actually, one thing I was going to say that I realized, my wife is from Iran, and one thing I realized is that in Asia, they actually care about these tournaments. Like, not even just India, but like in a country like Iran, my wife was telling me that if you get like these gold medals in these sort of events, like whether it's the Asian Championship, whether it's the Olympiad or these sorts of things, you get a couple of gold coins. You get some gold coins if you have these performances. So it's not even necessarily an Indian thing. so much as it is a an Asia thing, and it's just great to see. And I mean, I totally get why these guys are so pumped up. They're so motivated to play their best and represent their country, whereas it's not that way in the West. All right, Asia has an obsession with looking intelligence. I don't know, I don't really care, you guys. Let me brush my hair because it's bothering me on my, I can see it in OBS and it's kind of annoying me. So yeah, I mean, I think that's the bottom line. These guys perform, they go home as national heroes, and hey, more power to them, more power to them. Okay. Remarkably, Abdus Torov is both the third and fifth best performance of the year. His 28-84 performance on board one in Budapest helped Uzbekistan secure bronze medal. Prague was the second best tournament of the year. The best performance in a non-team tournament was GM Alireza Firouzja, who performed at 28.78 in the Sinkfield Cup. Okay, biggest rating gains in classical chess. Now, this is where we get to this part where I start to feel really old. Kids just seem to become stronger and stronger and at a younger age than before. But who gained the biggest rating in classical chess last year? The answer is a pretty unknown 13-year-old from China who climbed from 17-18 in January to 23-23 in December. That's just ridiculous. I mean, that's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. It reminds me of myself. Like, I thought I was good when I was 9 years old. Between 9 and 10, I went from 1800 to 2200, so I gained 400, but it wouldn't even be in the top 5 for this year alone. Just ridiculous. Okay, this was FM Dingzhu Kong's gain of 600 points, as the most by any player rated above 2300 according to chess.com's research. Second on the list is another noteworthy player, namely 9-year-old FIDE master Ethan Peng. The British prodigy smashed 2 IM Faustino records this year, becoming the youngest ever 2200 and 2300 player. He gained a total of 579 rating points from January to December, clinching the FM title. Now, one thing that I do want to say about this is I have a theory that nobody can really test, probably for the next decade or more, maybe like the next 20 years. But I have a theory that we live in a very special time. And because of the pandemic, we're going to see some of these kids who started like 5 or 6 years old, specifically in 2020, or maybe even into 2021, go from become super prodigies where they become so good at such young ages. But I think that now we will not see this happen again. So I think COVID was a very special time, and with kids being stuck inside, there were some kids who spent all their time on chess. So you see these records like 8, 9 years old. I don't think we're going to continue to see it. I think it's going to revert back to the norm, where kids are going to still get very good at young ages, but it's not going to be something where it's like 7, 8, 9. It's going to be more like 10 or 11, just because there's too much going on in the world now. Kids aren't literally locked inside studying chess all day long. Ethan said you're his favorite player. I believe that I met him at the Global Chess League in London. Obviously amazing stuff, whether it's him. Kids have not started going outside, whatever. We're not here for a political debate. But the point is, kids like Ethan or Faustino or Bodana, I'm sure there are others that I'm forgetting as well along the way. Like, these are all kids who took up chess or got really serious about chess during the pandemic in 2020 or 2021. There's like the Turkish kids as well. But I don't think you're going to see this. Like, I think if we move forward, let's just say it's 2027, for example. Or actually, no, let's say a kid is 5 or 6 years old now. So yeah, in like 2028 or 2029, I don't think you're going to be hearing about kids reaching this level at 7, 8, 9 years old. I don't think that's going to happen. I could be wrong. Of course, it's a theory that we can't test. It's just something that I hypothesize, is that COVID created this very special time when kids were like, these kids just like, they spent every waking hour on chess because there was no school, there were no outdoor activities. We were all stuck inside, and some of us, like me, actually even got stuck in a foreign country for 2 weeks because I had COVID. So anyway, let's keep going. It's not a good theory. What do you mean it's not a good theory? These kids were all 5 or 6 years old when COVID hit. What are you talking about? These kids were all 5 or 6 years old, or 4 or 5 years old. What do you mean it's not a good theory? But we'll see. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay, there was an Egyptian kid who won from 1232 to 2100. Okay, next up, most classical chess games played in 2024. Grandmaster Wojtek Plot from the Czech Republic played 273 games. What? Most active classical player Oleg Korny played 294. I don't know what that means, but it says, anyway, he tops list at 273. He has 7 more games than Sora Mihai Samu, an untitled 57-year-old from Romania. Now, that is insane. Someone at 57 years old, like this Sora Mihai Samu, playing 266 games in a year at 57 years old, that is nuts. That is nuts. 266 games at 57. At 57 years old, I'm gonna be sitting on a beach, sipping my margaritas and not playing any games of chess. That's ridiculous. The next 4 spots, also untitled, by the way. The next 4 spots all belong to title players who have regularly played in Hungary tournaments. Okay. Lalic, 272 move game. By the way, I think my longest game was like 280-ish. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I had a game that was like 280, but I could be wrong. 272, 221, 193, 189, 187. Okay. In April, Billy Fellows and CM Peter Lalic played a record 272 moves in their game in the 3rd Kingston Invitational in London. It was the longest classical game of the year and possibly the longest in chess history. Whether it legitimately can claim its place in the history books is a different question, as it was clear both players were aiming for the record. Okay, next up, most tournament games. Here we go. That looks like a very familiar face. Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura. Wow. It's hardly a surprise to see Nakamura top the list of the most active players this year with 1,244 games, including 91 Title Tuesday events, Champions Chess Tour, and some over-the-board events. Now, keep in mind, you guys, I did not play all the Champions Chess Tour events, so this is actually with me cutting down a little bit. I didn't play all the Champions Chess Tour. 91 Title Tuesdays, there were 52, there are 52 weeks in the year, right? Is it 52 or 54? Am I confusing it with cards? They're 52, right? I'm thinking they're 52, right? Because a deck of cards is 52 plus 2 jokers or 54. So it's the same. Okay, 52. Yeah, so 52. Oh, there are 53 Tuesdays this year. Oh, wait, there are 53 Tuesdays. So that means there were 106 Title Tuesdays. So I actually missed. I missed. Or there were 106 or 104. I don't know. Someone can tell me how many Title Tuesdays there were, but let's assume it's 106 total. I missed 15. I missed 15 Title Tuesdays. That's pretty bad, actually. That's terrible. That's a lot as a percentage, isn't it? 15 divided by 106. I missed 14%. I would have expected it was around 10 or less. 14% is a lot to miss. That's a lot of Title Tuesdays. But anyway, let's keep going. According to our databases, GM Alexander Bornik and Jose Eduardo Martinez were the only others to make it to more than 1,000 games, while Faruja has 974 games. 17-year-old WFM Veronica Shubanova is another active Title Tuesday participant, the only non-GM to make the list. Okay, most chess.com games played. 80. Wait a second. Sorry, wait, I've got to do the math on that. It's 84,238 divided by 365. That is an average. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. 230 games a day on average is just that's ridiculous. Oh wait, no, sorry. Wait, no, 84 is not number 1. That's number 2. Oh my gosh, there's this guy Kiki. Oh my gosh. I didn't see 94. I saw the 84. Wait, 94 863 divided by 365. That's 259. That's like 259 to 260 games a day. That is ridiculous. Dude, get a life. Get a life, my man. That's insane. That's ridiculous. Okay, more than 6 billion games were played on chess.com in 2024, but can you believe that we had one user who played almost 100,000 games of those games? The user Kiki7126 from Cuba heads this list with 94,860 games in 2024, or roughly 260 games per day this year. He is more than 10,000 games ahead of the second most active player, Lagunized, who is on 84,000. Insane. I mean, I don't know. If I were in Cuba, I'd be going out salsaing every night, enjoying life. But hey. Anyway, how many games did you play on chess.com in 2024? Okay, most chess.com puzzles solved. I see an ugly picture coming up. This guy solved 145,000 puzzles. That's a lot too, actually. That's not insane though, because puzzles don't take as much time. Like 145,075, 145.75 divided by 365. That is almost 400 puzzles a day. That's a lot, actually. 397, 398. That's quite a lot. Yes, we know people love puzzles on chess.com, but this stat should raise an eyebrow too. The user Trident777 heads this, or Trident77777 heads this list with almost 400 puzzles a day and an unbelievable 145,075 puzzles solved in 2024 in total. That's almost 10,000 ahead of the number 2 on the list. Claudia from Chile, West Serviner, falls in 3rd place with 130,401 puzzles. Okay. Most Title Tuesdays wins. Hikaru Nakamura. I played 91 events and I won 22. My winning percentage actually is lower than Magnus Carlsen. Magnus Carlsen's winning percentage is 62%. Ali Rez's win percentage is even higher, but I guess like the more you play, the harder it becomes. Actually, it's kind of sad to see this because I feel like before, I think there was a period like 2022, 2023 before Magnus came over when I think I was winning like 40% of Title Tuesdays. Or wait, sorry, no, that's top 5%. Sorry, top 5%. But like, I feel like I was winning close to 40% at some point in 2022, maybe even 2023. But the tournament's just become too strong. It's too hard to win. Okay. The rivalries between two of the best speed players in the world remains a treat for chess fans, especially during Chess.com's weekly prize tournament, Title Tuesday. Currently, Nakamura remains Title Tuesday king, having won 22 of them and finished among the top 5 in 61.9% of his 91 appearances in 2024. Carlsen, who won the early Title Tuesday on Christmas Eve, has won 13 events, which is another proof of their online dominance. Next on the list is Ferrugia, who won 6 events, but reached the top 5 in 2/3 of his 59 appearances. He is followed by Jan Christoph Duda and rising star Denis Lazovic, who both won 5 events. Most popular events. While we see more and more speed chess events online, classical chess remains a hit among chess enthusiasts. 4 classical events make the top 5 list. It's hardly a surprise to see that the list is topped by the FIDE World Championship, which broke several records. Makes a lot of sense, right? That makes a ton of sense. That's what I would expect, honestly. That's what I would expect. Okay. FIDE World Championship, peak viewership 517K, probably at the end of the final game of the match. FIDE Canada's 337, Speed Chess 223, Norway Chess 140, Olympiad 136. Now, I'm gonna be honest. This actually is I'm kind of surprised because these metrics aren't necessarily the best metrics to use, and so I'm a little bit surprised that it says 517 peak, because I thought the World Championship with all the Indians watching would have peaked much higher than 517. That actually seems kind of low to me. Relatively speaking. So I'm a little bit surprised by the peak viewership being 517. Anyway, let's keep going. Most read articles. Unsurprisingly, the FIDE World Championship also dominates the list of the most read articles and news stories. The only other story that made the list was the bizarre poisoning incident from Russia. Okay. More popular expos. One day, 2.3 million. Day one day. Okay. 2.3 million, I guess it says. You decide. Okay. Number 2, what's the best move here? Got 1 million views. Okay. I'm a little confused. The best move is that you take the meat. I'm missing the meme here. The pawn can't move forward. You can only take sideways. I think. I don't know. I'm not understanding this one. I'm not understanding this at all. Oh, it's from Minecraft? Oh, it's from... That's meat, right? Isn't that a slab that's like a fillet on the left? That's a fillet, right? That looks like a fillet. Isn't that... Or is that a strawberry? Actually, I can't, or is it something else? I don't know what this is. Sorry. It looks like a fillet of beef, but you could also mistake it for a strawberry too, potentially. Anyway, whatever. Let's keep going. Okay. India wins the Olympiad gold, got 1.3 million views. Most popular post was Gukesh. Outstanding performance, Gukesh. Sheet way to play chess got 71,000 likes. Okay. Most popular Instagram, Gukesh. It should all be Gukesh or Magus. Carlsen calculates everything, offers draw. More posts. Most popular YouTube videos. Wow. Magus Carlsen lie detector test was number 1. That's surprising. I would have thought that a Levy video did better than that. Surprising. Number 2, Levy Rosman lie detector test. Number 3, Vishy Anand dinner with candidates. Okay. Most popular Facebook post, Gukesh becomes world champion. Zhu Wenju wins Norway chess, and he's one of us. Okay. And that was the year in chess. What was your favorite video, post, moment, statistic, tournament, or match of the year? Let us know in the comments. So overall, pretty good article. I'm pretty happy that I made it. Also, as I was saying, it doesn't shock me that like playing over the board, I do worse now, because that is simply way too much online chess. I mean, 1,244 tournament games is just way too much. That's just way too much. I mean, that's just ridiculous.